let's talk about some trailers. We got two things in the news. The first being this trailer that you saw right before we jumped on live about Saturday Night Live, specifically called Saturday Night. I like how they're keeping the live out of it because that's the goal of what they're trying to get. I'm a big fan of movies about filmmaking, TV show, all that good stuff, down from Network to little ones like Living in Oblivion. This feels right up my alley. That disaster artist, how are we going to put this stuff together? No one believes in us type feel. The cast looks incredible. You know a trailer is good when two things happen. One, the actors who you're there to see haven't even said a line yet. And two, it's all built around like one interaction as they cut to other things. Oh, those are my favorite type of trailers. Definitely. It's like just one scene where they're talking about what needs to get done. And it's just flashing you to all the parts in the movie. This looks incredible, bro. Looks great.
Yeah, I think if this movie hits, it's the kind of thing that's like catnip to nerds like you and me. Like I want this movie to really, really work. I love diving into the minutia of how, you know, these iconic moments happened, these really awesome, cultural moments really came to be. And like you said, this one is packed with a lot of really recognizable and exciting young stars.
Ridiculous.
We're getting Gabriel LaBelle of The Fabelmans playing Lorne Michaels here, Cooper Hoffman playing Dick Ebersol, and that doesn't get into all the other really splashy names that we're excited to see here too. So I'm cautiously optimistic, and I will say cautiously because this film is coming to us from director Jason Reitman, who is a director that I've defended quite a bit because I like many of his movies. I think Up in the Air is great. I think Young Adult is awesome. I also really, really like Tully. His last couple movies were Ghostbusters Afterlife and writing Frozen Empire. He also did.
You know that.
He also made that Hugh Jackman failed presidential candidate movie, the Front Runner. He did, not too long ago, Men, Women, and Children and Labor Day. I'm just trying to say he's not on a hot streak. With the peach pie? With the peach pie.
I'm defending him, bro. If this is half of what that peach pie scene was, I'm in for it. I think it looks good, dude.
I think it looks good. I do. I'm cautiously optimistic. I just don't want to put like too much hope into this movie. But it is like you said, it's the kind of stuff that we're really excited for. To me, there's like the idea of like the swirling chaos of a movie like Birdman, where there's so much going wrong, and they're trying to put on this show. If you can get like an ounce of that feeling, and you get like the true history aspects of this right, it's going to be one of my favorite movies of the year.
I feel you. It may feel a little too earnest. I will say that. There's this shot in the trailer where it's like zooming in on him. And it's like, okay, maybe you guys are doing a little too much. Like, oh my god, we
don't want to go full Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. A show I defend, but a show that is maybe a little bit too earnest, as you said, about the making of comedy.
Yeah, that may be a little too much, but hey, I think at the best case scenario, it's an entertaining movie that makes people look at Saturday Night Live as like an actual, holy smokes, this is what goes into it. This is all the behind the scenes that deals with it. And it ends up helping the show even more. So a lot of good SNL stuff coming out this year with Will and Harper also kind of being like a retrospective. And that's a documentary that kind of gathers a lot of legends from SNL. So a lot of SNL stuff coming out in the future. Something that almost wasn't going to come out. I couldn't believe this. I was
wait, before we get there. Do you see Pink Sweets in the live stream mentioning she was confused why Braun is playing two different people. Do you see that Nick Braun is playing two characters in Saturday Night?
He came out looking like Jim Henson. That's what I saw.
Yeah. So he is playing Jim Henson, but he is also playing who is he also playing?
Andy Kaufman?
Yeah, Andy Kaufman, the legendary star, the subject of that Jim Carrey movie. Yeah. So he's, for some reason, they got Nick Braun in here doing a dual role.
Okay, well, I mean, but you say something like Andy Kaufman, and it makes me think, is he not just Andy Kaufman playing Jim Henson?
Jim Henson? Maybe.
I didn't even know about that, but that's just going to be my bit. Interesting. Okay.